Look at her. Look at her. She's like, know your place and stay in your lane, old man. I'm going to be in this movie, and you don't even know where you are. Hello, everyone. I am Becca. That's Phoebe Waller-Bridgerton and Harrison Ford. Fortune magazine admits that this is going to probably flop. Is that what we're seeing? The Force has left Lucasfilm. What's gone wrong for the studio behind Star Wars and Indiana Jones, and how Bob Iger can salvage his $4 billion investment? Well, let's ask him. Pope Bob Iger.
Hello, I am Bob Iger. How are you? Domino's the Biscos.
It's Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Yes, it is a holiday for Bob Iger.
How are you going to fix it?
Well, first thing we have to do is we have to let this fail.
You're going to let this fail. This is $1 billion movie, though.
Well, screw this movie. We got bigger fish to fry. Bob Iger is not paying for Fortune magazine.
So, Fortune wants you to...
Screw them. How do you think Bob Iger got so rich? It wasn't by paying for Fortune magazine.
They really, this is going to lay out how, for the investors, basically, that's what this article is. It's going to lay out for the investors the plan to convince all of the plebs that this is a decent movie. It's basically, they're going to control all of the article writing. They're going to go in and they're going to probably say, here's why taking risks or not taking risks on this is a good thing. And here's why all of these decisions are wonderful. And here's why this box office is great. And we're going to get a whole bunch of that from Screen Rant because they like kissing Kathleen Kennedy's butt. Isn't that right?
Yes, that is right. See, they're the only one who likes kissing Kathleen Kennedy's butt these days. Not even Frank Marshall will do this.
So realistically, why are we getting one of these puff pieces for Bob Iger? Is Fortune magazine in the Bob Iger camp?
Yes, Fortune magazine is in Bob Iger camp.
And
yes.
Screen Rant is probably in Kathleen Kennedy's. Let me find an article on that.
Yes, they are.
Oh, seriously, look at all these articles. Why Shia LaBeouf was a great choice for Indiana Jones' son? Oh, for crying out loud. 20 times Star Wars has crossed over. Indiana Jones, blah, 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 blah. How the fedora. This is all puff pieces. Villains ranked. Like, this isn't giving us any news that we need. Doesn't matter how they're going to save it. We know who's to blame. Miss Kathleen Kennedy. Isn't that right?
Yes, that is right. This is Kathleen Kennedy. Unfortunately, she's a tough one not to crack, isn't she? Like a random.
Now, it seems like her side of the aisle, her camp, all are releasing articles that are trying to paint the fans as being the problem, as being toxic. Now, we're not the ones who are making the creative decisions now, are we, though?
No, we are not.
It seems to be all up to her. So, who's really to blame? Who's going to fix this? Is this fixable? What do you think?
Well, she was in my office the other day.
Oh.
And she said to me, Bob, just like I tell my husband Frank every single evening, I'm not going down without a fight. So I love that joke.
She's not going anywhere. We know she's not going to go anywhere. They're not going to fire her. She's too prestigious. She's too accomplished.
Yes.
I hate saying it, she's the elder statesman now of Hollywood. She's going to retire on her own terms. If she does, she probably has no reason to, though. Yes. These movies, you have enough PR and enough spin and enough Screen Rants to schmooze and do whatever. And that's what's really going to be happening here. You're going to have a lot of these articles come out that the investors are going to listen to that are going to gloss over the fact that this movie might underperform. This movie might, I don't know, not be the best received. And I think they understand that. And I think that's the point of this movie. They're not going in making this a, brand new original $1 billion blockbuster. This is going in to be hey, remember Indiana Jones? Come and buy all our old Indiana Jones shit. Come to the theme parks. You remember Disney. You remember all this stuff. One last time. Hey, remember this. Hey, this was fun back in the day. You didn't hate the Shia LaBeouf movie that much. See, this is why the Screen Rant, why Shia LaBeouf was a great choice. You didn't hate it that much. It wasn't that bad of a movie. Look how much better the prequels are now that the sequels suck. And this is all media spin. So that's the plan here without paying Fortune magazine. They're going to do a lot of media spin and they're going to do some reshoots and they're going to gloss over the facts. So do we have anything else in this article? Good old reprints of these things. The Force has left Lucasfilm. All right. So, taking time out of his busy schedule. Ooh, hello, running Disney. Bob Iger flew to Cannes to schmooze. Lucasfilm Limited had just premiered the 5th installment, at least at nearly $300 million. They're spending $300 million on this. They're spending $300 million on this. It's one of the most expensive films ever made. Do you want to focus on this, please? Oh no, and it could bomb big at the box office when it lands. When Iger acquired Lucasfilm for over $4 billion a decade ago, it paired the century-old animation company with the studio behind Star Wars and Raiders of the Lost Ark, and yet the match made in heaven now risks becoming the albatross around Disney's neck. The third Skywalker trilogy started off with a bang, but nobody liked it. It ended to a whimper, and fans deserted the franchise. They admit it. Fortune magazine admits it. Yahoo Finance is admitting this. This is big news, guys. This is really huge. The studio hadn't produced a theatrical release of any kind since the Marvel Cinematic Universe, despite recent setbacks. And the Force has left Lucasfilm. The emotional connection enjoyed with fans has been damaged. So they're going to really hit really hard on these emotion that made me feel things articles. You mark my words, they're going to have all these bot marketing accounts going, it made me feel. It's the ending that I wanted. My heart was warmed. It was a heartwarming feelings and feelings. And you're feeling these feelings. You're feeling all of the feelings, and you love the feelings because Shia LaBeouf wasn't that bad, and you remember this, and you feel the feelings of feeling. And the Los Angeles-based media investor and self-admitted Star Wars fan still counts the deal as successful for Iger, despite the fact that nobody likes this. Disney, less is now more. To get the Force back, Lucasfilm needs to reconnect with Joseph Campbell. It's Joseph Campbell roots. The inner set of mythologies were all hardwired to that motivated Lucas to create Star Wars in the first place. He argues the constant hunger to feed the streaming business with fresh material helps sow the seeds for the current malaise. Oh, it was bad before that. It was bad before the content, empty content, mindless content, and it's nothing you can do or say about it. Filler content, padding hours for your streamers and your services. Why am I singing it? I don't know. Because my caffeine just kicked in, and I had some Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Spark, and now I'm like super duper caffeinated, so I'm going a million miles a minute. And let's go faster. So here you go. Even the Mandalorian, they don't like this. This is a huge article. I think Rob's going to get into this article probably during naps if you want to check that out. Here we are. They're just admitting it. Please read this article in its full entirety if you like. I don't want to just keep reading mindlessly. But yeah, franchises cannot be measured in box office receipts alone. No kidding. Because look at all the people that leave. Bad movies make money all the time. And then the next movie, like Solo, who lost $80 million, lost money. It lost $80 million. It cannot be measured in box office receipts. We know that. You need to take into account streaming, merchandise, and the characters and rides at parks and everything else. So they're focusing more on Disney World, it looks like. Lucasfilm, which would not respond to Fortune's request for comment, knows it's running out of excuses. Now that a movie based on a Nintendo video game proved you can still make over $1 billion post 2020 if you have the right concept. And if you don't, you let the media yell at your fans and your viewing audience. Because how many of these toxic fan articles do we have? I'll just do a Google search. Toxic fans. I did an image search. But that's pretty much all of us. That's all of us. News. It's every news article too. Toxic fandom, and Star Wars kind of goes hand in hand right about now because of this online back and forth internet culture stuff. And how much of it is marketing accounts? How much of it is just random nothing burner accounts of teenagers? And cats who get access to their parents' cell phones and they tweet nasty. Did you do it, Zabu? Is it you? Were you being toxic to Kathleen Kennedy again? Did you yell at them? No? Are you a good boy? So yeah, they're trying to fix it. They're trying to... Oh, he's so cute. They're trying to fix all the Star Wars stuff, but I don't know if they're going to... the Indiana Jones stuff, it's all the same. And it's all Zabu's fault because he was a toxic fan to Kathleen Kennedy. and he's not sorry, and he's going to do it again probably. But that's what they get for making bad movies and calling you toxic for it. I am Mecca. Subscribe, pretty please. And where are you going, young man? Where are you going? See, he doesn't like Indiana Jones either.